Zambia struggles my people. Urialimba wa Mwewa. Ichaozi you wanna author that I never seen before. Zambia struggles my people. Urialimba wa Mwewa. Ichaozi you wanna author that I never seen before. Zambia struggles my people. Urialimba wa Mwewa. Ichaozi you wanna author that I never seen before.
Welcome to the discourse about Zambia. My name is Professor Charles Mwewa. I am the author of this book, Zambia Struggles of My People. In its first edition, this book was 1,100 pages. It had over 2,500 bibliographical readings and covering a research agenda in the bibliography of about 500 books. It took me 6 years to put this book together. I consulted 500 books to write one book. And every statement in this book is referenced or as an authority. This book is not a small boy's agenda. It was not written by simply putting ideas together. Everything in this book has been referenced. Everything, and I mean it, which means it was the work of ardent research, great research. It is the largest of its own kind in content as well as in size. In this second edition and the third edition that is in the offing, we have reduced the pages to 830 in order to accommodate its online presence, especially on Amazon, which has got a page limit. A lot of information has been contextualized into footnotes. You could see that if you read most of the books, the footnotes are as inviting and as magnanimous as the text itself. Some pages, sometimes you could find that the entire page is simply bibliography, is simply bibliographical footnotes. And that is to say, it is a book that details Zambia in and out. There's no book which can compare to this one. Probably there will be no book that will compare to this one. If anyone wants to know about Zambia, they need to read one book, Zambia, Struggles of My People. How did I write this book? It was 1996. I was a student at the University of Zambia, and I toured the library. I was extremely confused to find that the entire library had very few Zambian authors. There were books there that were archaic and old, rusty, but almost all of them were written for Zambia by non-Zambians. Were written, in fact, by Europeans and Americans. Now, these are developed countries. It is assumed that they have a lot of knowledge, power, as well as facilities and means. But I found one thing fundamentally very different and even very, very troubling. When it came to the politics, the history of Zambia, I found no single book at that time, except probably one written by Kaunda, which was Zambia Must Be Free, but it was almost like a pamphlet. And I went to the special collections at that time, and there I found snippets of government printing materials, probably were put together by government printers at that time. Those were even in the special collections. Most people didn't even have access to them. That's when it rang in my head. I must write a book that the future of Zambia, the Zambians that will be in my generation and after my generation, must have a book to which they can go and proudly say, this is our history, our politics, our law, our economics, our social ethics and spiritual ethics and all the ethics in the world. Thus, I came up with this book, Zambia Struggles of My People. Now, in Zambia, Struggles of My People, I describe Zambia. Zambia has been mentioned here as the air-conditioned country of Africa. And it's because of the beautiful weather dynamics that operate in the country. It's like free air condition. And it has also been described as the butterfly-shaped country of Africa. If you put together air condition and the butterfly, you are describing a very beautiful thing. And then when you come to the name itself, Zambia, this name is derived from the word Zambi. Zambi simply means God. Zambia means it's God's. So if you put Zambia, the butterfly effect, as well as the air condition effect, you're describing something absolutely beautiful. Zambia is a beautiful butterfly air-conditioned country. That's how people have described it, not me. But in truth, really, it's the same. If you go to Zambia, you visit Zambia, you're going to find those things exist. Its shape, its weather conditions and patterns, as well as the name itself. Zambians love God. It's not by design. It's not by accident. It's by design, I beg your pardon. They love Zambia. They love God. They love the name, because all these were designed divinely to knit together this beautiful country called Zambia. I will be building upon this first speech or statement in the subsequent editions and subsequent talks that I'll be making. And now this is expected to run throughout the month of October. It's because on October 24th, Zambia's Independence Day is simply 24 days from today as I begin this talk. I'll see you again when we build up on what I've just started talking about. Thank you.